How we doing? How we doing? How we doing? Um, See, we got some people in there already. Thank you for stopping in. Thank you for being a part. Good evening. It is Sunday. Sunday indeed. What do we have here? This is March 9th. We're at the end of the day. And I just wanted to jump on here real quick, guys. It's been a really exciting week. I wanted to share with everyone out there, let you know I did reach this morning overnight. Did reach 1,000 subscribers. So I just wanted to say thank you for everyone who was a part of making that happen. Everybody who was a part of that process. I really appreciate the support. I really appreciate all of the things that you did, all of the ways that you've been there. It's early on in this process for me, but I did want to just make sure that I let you know that I really appreciate the support. I appreciate you being there. um, Please do not hesitate to drop a like, to comment, and to subscribe. Please share with others. The channel is going to be fairly consistent. What I'm looking to do out here, guys, the things that we're focusing on, it's going to always be a focus on leadership. It's going to always be a focus on discipline. It's going to be a focus on finding purpose and developing. Um, and the reason we want to have these focuses, the reasons we want to keep this at the center of what we do, is because by having these focuses and we work by working on ourselves, it doesn't matter if we're building our own brand, building our own business. It doesn't matter if we're working for someone else. When we put these things in the front of what we do, when we make these things who we are, it allows for us to be very proactive in making ourselves our purpose, working towards constantly building and improving on ourselves, strengthening ourselves, and becoming valuable, valuable to the world. And then again, also becoming valuable and appreciating and enjoying who we are, valuing ourselves, um, uh, and being able to care for ourselves and others. I really appreciate you guys being here. Thank you for stopping in. This is a quick evening talk. For those of you who are new to the channel, please drop a comment, a little comment down below. A thumbs up would be greatly appreciated. I am, like I said, I'm really excited. The excitement is genuine because the expectations are genuine, and the growth has been it's been surreal. I really I like the fact that I'm able to have a voice. I'm able to reach out and speak to people. I like the fact that the people are able to enjoy what I do. Tonight's a beautiful night for any of you guys out there. Just kind of to get a look at this sunset that I'm appreciating. Uh, it's a beautiful night out here tonight. So I am just up here enjoying the sunset, taking in the evening. Uh, hey, what's going on, bro? How you doing, man? Thanks for stopping in. Please drop a like. Hey guys, I would love if you guys were to like, subscribe, and share. Here at BNV Finance Fixers, what we talk about is discipline, personal development, individual self growth, leadership skills, and how all of those together can be applied towards um, improving our own wealth, improving our own lives, and helping to set goals and grow moving into the future. I'm really just out here today. Like I said, it's about self awareness and self accountability. I would love if you guys had any questions to drop them into the chat. Uh, Miss Jackson, I am a father, I'm a husband. My wife and I have seven wonderful, wonderful children who we're so amazingly proud of. Um, One of the great things about having children, one of the great things that they've done for our lives, uh, uh, you want to know how to get better sleep? Yes. So, uh, yeah, 7 kids that help you get better sleep. So, but one of the things that you want to do, one of the ways to always get better sleep. Now, I would always say I'm not a medical doctor. Any advice that I would give would be from my personal experience. I have spent over 15 years as a personal trainer. One of the things that are going to be great for getting sleep is to exercise. So, like the physical exhaustion of the body will assist and help getting sleep. Some of the things that are going to also help you get sleep is shutting everything down. I mean, these are some very simple. Simple rules. This sun is setting so fast. It's amazing how quickly it's going down. You could actually, in real time, see the lighting change on my face. I wish I had like a soft light that could like mimic that sunlight. But definitely, physical work, like any exercise that you do throughout the day is gonna help to, improve sleep quality, just in the body doing the work to recover. Also, having a schedule in which you wanna go to bed, that's gonna help with it, and then, the 2 it's interesting because the 2 components that we're talking about this evening, in regards to being self-aware and being self-accountable, um, are going to be 2 things that are going to help with it. So in order for you to get good sleep, I want to make sure I'm saying your name right. Is it Rohit? Rohit. It's going to be important for you to be aware of who you are. What do you need for sleep? What have been some of the things in the past that have prevented you from getting sleep? And what things can you actively do to be a part of improving your sleep? Right. So I mean, there's always different ways to respond. There are different things you can do. You can always consult physicians. Some people need medication. I'm not going to say whether you do or don't. I do know naturally, in order to get better sleep, one of the greatest things to have is peace of mind. So I can tell you from past personal experience, peace of mind allows for you to sleep like you will not believe, right? And in order, hey, how you doing there, Roblox? In order for you to be able to have peace of mind, it's going to be about monitoring your relationships, monitoring the people who are a part of your life, monitoring how you care for them, how they care for you. Those are going to be important things to ensure sleep. Having people there who care about you. Uh, Pixins got a lot of different colors. Don't Not sure if I have a particular favorite one, but I will tell you this though. Being self-aware is going to help that process, right? So being self-aware is simply saying, "Hey guys, or girls or whoever, what are the things for me that stand in the way of me getting rest, right? What are the things for me that I go to bed at night thinking about? Are there things that I go to bed at night that keep me awake? And so if you do have things that are keeping you awake, um if there are specific thoughts that are keeping you awake, and I heard a quote from someone that says, stress is not about the things that you have to do, but it's about the things that you can do that you haven't taken action on. And so those are the things that can kind of be stressful. And so, are there things that you can take action on that you haven't taken action on? That's a way of being self aware and being self accountable. So, you look at those things. So, there are a myriad of things that can go into it, but I will say to you, one of the greatest ways to be able to get sleep in the evening is going to be peace of mind. There's my lovely wife there, Kimberly Bird. Uh, Love you, sweetheart. Thanks for being on and supporting. And that's one of the major things that I'm talking about is, do you have people in your life who bring joy and happiness to your life? People who bring you peace of mind, not people who necessarily have to be your peace of mind, but are you surrounding yourself with people who have your best interests at heart? Are you surrounding yourself with people who have a aligned sense of purpose and view of life? Because those things are going to help you be able to feel more confident in the choices that you make, the actions that you take, and how you go about living your life. So those things are very important. And again, like this talk, like I'm saying, guys, just being able to be where I am right now is really a major. It's a major deal for me. It's a big thing for me, and it means a lot to me. And it means a lot to me because it means that as I develop and as I grow, I bring more, I provide more to my family. I provide additional value. I'm able to be of value in ways that I may not have been able to be so in the past if I did not have an understanding of my purpose, or I did not have an understanding of my value, or I didn't have a true understanding of who I wanted to be, where I wanted to go, how I wanted to live my life. So all of those things are going to be really, really important, specifically for being able to get sleep. And like I said, guys, thank you for stopping in. I would love if you guys would drop down in a comment, um, drop down below. in the comments a comment. I would love to see a comment. I would love for you to give it a thumbs up, guys, just for stopping in. If I could get a thumbs up, I'd really appreciate it, just to let me know that you did just sneak in for a moment. And then also, if you're interested in the content, if you're interested in what we have to share here, please subscribe, hit that notification button. As I said, I get up every morning between 4:30 and 5. I do a walk and talk, and it's really about covering these areas of discipline and development for us to be able to grow as people, for us to be able to develop a community that can come together and support one another, right? And so it takes time, it takes effort, it takes work. I really appreciate you guys being here. I don't know. I just got to show you guys again that this is a great thing to be able to experience. Like, I'm not sure how clearly you guys can see it, but just that sunset over there, the time of year is changing, the season is changing, and because of this change, there's a rejuvenated feeling to it, like moving into spring. Does anybody else get excited about the change of season? Like going from winter to spring? I know going from summer to fall is a similar like rejuvenation. It has a similar feeling to it. I know if you work on a farm or if you work in agriculture, the changing of seasons are significant because they signify if you're working on with cattle or if you work with animals, like these changes of seasons signify significant acts taking place. It signifies moment where you have to be aware, you have to be active, and you have to be a part of that process while it's taking place. So those are some really great things that are a part of the change of season. So yeah, I'm really excited about the seasons changing and all the things that are happening on the channel. And once again, guys, hi, thanks for stopping in. If you have any questions that you like to ask, if you have anything that you would like to share, just being a part of the chat, I'd love for you guys to drop it in. Like, please don't hesitate. Drop a comment into the chat. I love hearing from people, hearing what's on your minds, hearing what's going on with you. Love for you to drop a thumbs up, right? So it's just great. So just being here, enjoying what is life, enjoying the growth and the development that I've seen recently in the channel and for myself. Welcome in, guys. Again, it's me, Oloropo Bird. It's a pleasure to have you guys here. Please drop a comment, anything you like to share or say into the chat. I appreciate a thumbs up. And if you want to take a look at the channel, you can like, subscribe, and share there. Make sure you hit the notification buttons. And who do we have there? We have Martin. Uh, those glasses don't suit you. It's the only face I got, man. So it's the only face I got. I'm not sure if the glasses suit me or not, but it's the only face I got. So these are the glasses that I'm currently sporting. I tell you what, though, if you guys would like to make some suggestions about glasses and also make some donations towards what would be better glasses, I'd love to hear more. Right? I'd love to hear more. You can reach out. There's contact information on the channel. So it would be awesome to be able to hear more from you about what you think. Again, guys, like, thanks for stopping in. Thanks for being a part. It is I believe, let me see, January, February to March. This past week, January 6th. January 6th was the not January 6th. March 6th was the 2-month anniversary for the station. So over the last 60 days, being able to go from 0 to 1,000 subscribers is pretty good. Being able to develop a small community of followers who are up at 4:30 and are about being productive, developing discipline, and growing is also pretty good. So that's really awesome, and I'm happy to be a part of it. I'm happy to be just able to contribute, just something that I enjoy being able to do, right? So, guys, thanks for stopping in. I appreciate you being here. I'd love to hear from you. Any questions? Again, beautiful time of year. Great time to really establish your sense of purpose, your sense of growth. As we move into the spring, um, a lot of people make New Year's predictions, and a lot of predictions that are made on the new year are usually gone by week 2. But there are opportunities for you to grow even as you move into new seasons. Um, so, all right, CA, saw your comment. Um, not gonna put it up, but thanks for sharing. Thanks for stopping in. So there are there's some things that there's some things that are important about um, what you do. There's some things that are important about the work that you do. Uh, Thank you very much. Thanks, Smart. There are some important things about just how you choose to. Thank you much for the baby birds. I appreciate that. There's some things about the way you're going to work and develop and grow in order to become successful, in order to see the success for yourself that you want to see. And one of the great things about it is when you truly understand that you get to develop your thank you. uh when you when you understand your purpose and your value, when you understand what it is that you're looking for and where you're looking to go in life, it is so powerful. It provides you with such a high level of freedom, just to know that you know your purpose, you know your worth, and you know what you're doing and why you're doing it, right? So, what does that really mean? Like being self aware. So, one of the major parts about being self aware is understanding like what makes you happy. Are you happy? Are you ever happy? Can you be happy? A lot of people go through life and they're like, okay, well, what do you want? And people don't know. People don't know what they want out of life. People don't know when they find what they're looking for in life. People don't know when they're happy. And so, if you don't know what you want, you don't know what you're looking for, you don't understand, or you don't have an idea of what your purpose or your calling may be, it's difficult for you to work towards it. It's difficult for you to take tangible, dedicated steps to achieve any goal. Um, Greetings from Mexico. Greetings. How are you doing? And so it's difficult for people to be able to understand their direction and their purpose, to understand what their next steps are. How do you know what you're going to do, or how you're going to live, or how you're going to survive, or what your next steps are going to be if you don't know where you're going? Imagine standing on a path and you're attempting to journey, and you want to start this journey, and there are three different paths to choose. Even if the paths are labeled, even if they are labeled with destinations and they're labeled with how difficult or non-difficult the journey may be, or how easy the journey may be, you still have to choose a path and travel it. And for so many of us, we stand just at the head of these roads and we don't move. And we don't move, and we don't take steps because, one, if you don't know where you're going to go, like they say, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. Yeah, a journey of 1,000 miles does begin to one step, but why are you traveling 1,000 miles in the in the wrong direction? You don't know if you're traveling to happy. You don't know if you're traveling to your purpose. You don't know if you're traveling to a destination that's truly designed for you. So you have to figure that out first. You have to figure out your purpose. You have to figure out what's valuable to you. You have to figure out what's important to you before you even start that journey. And then you have to, once you understand that you have to take this journey, here's the thing. So many of us believe that we have to work on all of the stuff outside of us, right? Like we have to, oh, I have to clear the path. Uh, uh, um, I have to tend the garden. I have to turn off this. I have to turn on that. I have to move these things. And really, what we have to do before we begin any journey is we have to understand that it's all about us. The journey is not about actually physically moving along the path. It's about taking ourselves and moving ourselves along the path. Are we developing ourselves? Are we developing our better understanding? Are we developing the ability to be able to emotionally and mentally take on challenges? Are we developing problem solving skills? Are we developing the ability to spiritually be able to strengthen ourselves and stand up against resistance? Are we developing discipline? Do we understand the difference between discipline and motivation? And do we know that motivation is temporary? I don't care what the motivational fuel is. I don't care if you're motivated by an individual. I don't care if you're motivated by a particular outcome, if you're motivated by money. Motivation is so temporary. And this is why so many people who say they're setting out to achieve something and they say, "Oh, well, I want to make this certain amount of money." So few of them achieve that money amount. And then if they do achieve the money amount, they get stuck because they don't know what to do next because you've set this temporary finite goal that once you achieve it, what do you do with yourself? When you're your purpose and when discipline is used to structure your behaviors, your steps, and your directions, when you do that, thank you very much. When that's who you are and that's how you design yourself and that's what you're working on is your purpose, then you don't have to worry about falling off to the wayside. Hey guys, thanks for stopping in. Please, if you have any questions, comments, please drop them down below. Let me know what some of your personal discipline hacks are. What are some things that you do to help discipline yourself to get you to stay on your grind? Understanding that motivation is temporary. Like, what are some of the ways that you are some of the best ways to be self aware, right? So, being self aware requires for us to take a look at ourselves. I would love to hear from you guys in the chat. What are some of your thoughts about how to best be self aware? What are some things that you can do on a regular basis that allow for you to be self aware? Does anybody have any thoughts? Any thoughts? Any ideas, any examples, any things to share on on good ways to be self-aware. Understanding that being self-aware is step one to being self-accountable, right? To hold ourselves accountable to things that we say we want to do and ways we want to be. Does anybody have any information, anything that they would like to share on just being self-aware? Anybody? I'm gonna take a moment and let you guys kind of put something in the chat if you have anything that you believe would be a good way for a person to remain self-aware or self-accountable. What are some of your personal behaviors for self-accountability or self-awareness? What are some of the things that you do as individuals? Guys like to share anything? I'd love to hear from you. Welcome in, guys. Love for you to join the chat, be a part of the chat. Let me know what's going on with you this Sunday evening. We're just talking about some self awareness and self accountability. Would love to hear from anyone out there about some personal thoughts on being self aware, self accountable. Can you hear me now? Am I back on? Let me know in the comments. Sound went out for a moment. Thank you very much. Hey guys, anyone who's out there, please thank you for joining me. We're just talking about self-awareness and self-accountability. I want to know if anybody has any tricks or tips they'd like to share about being self-aware, being self-accountable as we develop our discipline skills and our leadership skills. As we sharpen those tools, what are some tips or tricks that we could we should be aware of and we should share with one another about being self-aware and being accountable? What are some of the things that you guys do? I would love to hear from you in the chat. Have you just drop any comments down below about some tips that we could share with one another, some tricks, some hacks, some ways to support each other on growth and development. What do you guys got? I do know it takes a community to do this process. This isn't just something where this is a one method fits all type of thing. This isn't just a, hey, as long as, we can all use the same tips and tricks and achieve the same thing. I understand it's going to take a variety of methods, a variety of viewpoints, different ways, different bases of knowledge to be able to achieve our goal. And I would love to be able to hear from you guys, just dropping anything in the chat to kind of share and share with us here as a community some of the things that you may do as a, hack, as a self awareness hack. Some of the ways to become self aware, some practices to help with self awareness and self accountability, some things that are going to help everyone become better at developing leadership skills, developing discipline, and developing and furthering and growing in their purpose. Because purpose is paramount. Like your personal purpose is paramount, and being self aware and self accountable is how you get there. Uh, got another plane taking off here, flying into the night sky. So, would love to hear from you guys. Please share down below in the comments. Please like, subscribe. Please click on the notifications. As I said, every morning from 4:30 to 5 a.m., I am out on a walk and talk where we cover the key elements of disciplines, we cover the key elements of leadership, and we cover the key elements of developing an understanding of life's purpose and wealth, and then moving along there. Hey guys, welcome in. Please uh, take the moment to like, subscribe, and share. We're just talking about self awareness and self accountability, guys. Beautiful sunset taking place here as the evening draws close. Just wanted to come out, take some time, share with you guys, speak to you. I love being a part of the community. I love hearing from you guys. I love having you guys be a part of this process and just understanding that as we become more self aware, as we become more accountable to ourselves for the things that we say we want to do and the people who we say we want to be, that there is a requirement for us to do some serious work. Uh, there was a line that I heard recently from Myron Golden that says, you can't do the work for God, and God's not going to do the work for you. So, as we go out and we pray and we ask for guidance and we ask for wealth and we ask for the support of God to help us achieve our goals and the strength to carry on. Well, the strength to carry on is not just to stand there and wait for God to drop into your lap manna from heaven to achieve your goals. You need to become self aware. You need to become self accountable. I remember this one joke someone told me. I'm going to try to say this, and sometimes I butcher jokes, but I'm going to try to do this one well. And it's about an old gentleman. He was down in Mississippi, and on the forecast on the news, they said that there is heavy rain coming. There's heavy rain coming, and the river's going to flood. And the river's going to flood, and we have recommendations for everybody who lives within a 3 mile radius of the river to evacuate and go to high ground, find high ground. And so old Mr. Jacobs lived very near the river, and he was in his house, and he watched the news, and there was about a 2 or 3 day alert to this weather coming to the area. And so Mr. Jacobs was sitting there, and of course, as the rain started to fall, the water level started to rise. And as the water level started to rise, it came up, and his house set on kind of a little embankment. And the flow of water started to come up, and it hadn't quite gotten to his porch. And of course, had the rescue teams out there, and there was the boat pulled up, and they said, "Mr. Jacobs, um, you're in the flood zone. We would like to get you to safety. Could you get in the boat with us so we could take you to safety?" And Mr. Jacobs says, "Don't worry about me. God got me." And so then he stayed there for the evening, and by the morning, the water had risen, and it had taken over his porch, and about half of his first floor had been covered in water. And so a second boat came through, and this time people came in, and they was like, "Well, Mr. Jacobs, this is the rain has stopped, but this river is going to continue to rise. And Mr. Jacobs, we would really like to help you. We would really love for you to join us. We have blankets, we have shelter, we can even take your dog. We have a safe place for you to be." And once again, he says, "Don't worry about it. God's got me." And then as the later in the evening came, the rain picked back up. The water continued to rise. At this point, Mr. Jacobs is up on the roof of his house. And so, up on the roof of his house, a helicopter comes, and they drop down a line, and they call him over the loudspeaker. And, "Mr. Jacobs, we would really like to take you to safety. We have a warm place and food for you to eat." And he yelled back to him, "Don't worry, God's got me." And then the water continued to rise. And unfortunately, Mr. Jacobs passed in the storm. He did not survive. And of course, he gets up there to the pearly gates. And once he shows up, he's there, and he's like, I need to talk to God. Me and God need to have a talk." And they were like, "Well, Mr. Jacobs, we weren't expecting you here today." He was like, "I need to talk to God. I got a problem. Me and God need to talk." And so they were like, "Well, yeah, I mean, you can come in. We can give me a moment. I'm gonna get you with them. It's just, we're a little surprised you're here." And so he goes in, and he's like, "Well, listen, God, like I got a problem." And God's like surprised as well. He's like, "What are you doing here, Mr. Jacobs?" He's like, "Well, you told me that you were gonna have me." He said, "You told me you got me. I believed in you, and I trust that you were gonna have me, and you were gonna protect me. You said you got me." And then God looked at him, and he was like, "Man, we sent two boats and a helicopter." So the crux of the jokes is we can look for help in a lot of places. We can look to other people. We can say we trust other people. We can say we trust God. We can say we have faith. However, people, there are actions that we have to take. And when you do not take the actions that are necessary for you to achieve the things that are paramount to your development and your safety, you have no one to blame but yourself. I want to thank you guys for stopping in and being a part. I'm hoping to see you guys more. As I said before, please like, subscribe, and share. It's a pleasure to have you here with B&V Finance Fixers, and we'll see you guys next time. Thanks.